Self-help. It sounds so empowering, right? The idea that you can simply pick up a book, watch a video, and suddenly you become the best version of yourself. But what if I told you that relying on self-help books might actually be holding you back? Today, I want to share why I believe self-help culture is a contradiction, and more importantly, why it might be leading us down the wrong path. Here's the first problem. If self-help is about improving yourself, why are we relying on someone else's version of self-help? Doesn't that defeat the purpose? It's like learning how to ride a bike. You could read 100 books on it, watch 1,000 tutorials, but none of that will teach you balance, the feeling of pedaling, the wobble before you figure it out. At some point, you just have to get on the bike. Self-help books today are designed for what's popular. Quick and fast solutions. Do these 3 things to be happy. Start these 5 habits to be successful. It's no longer about reading someone's authentic life story or fiction and using your own experiences to form your own ideas. These books give off a get-rich-quick vibe. They provide a false sense of having found the key to success. They said you just need to do these things, and they all sound legitimate. But if you rely too much on these self-help books, you might just forget to create your own path. Here's what's tricky. We all come from different ethnicities and backgrounds. We've all lived different lives, have different family dynamics. What works for one person doesn't necessarily work for everyone. There's just no way. Before social media, people didn't have access to thousands of experts telling them how to live their lives. They had to figure it out on their own, making their path to success unique. They weren't following a formula written by someone else. But today, with so much content available, we get trapped into thinking there's a universal solution to every single problem. And simply, that is not true. Another issue, modern self-help content often delivers the same messages over and over again. It's always about knowing your worth, saying no, and setting up your own boundary. All great advice in the right context, but when you start hearing it everywhere, it loses its power. I remember picking up a self-help book and then watching a YouTube video, and it felt like I was hearing the same thing, just repackaged in different words. It became about me, and me. And it got me thinking, life isn't that simple or isolated. It's like eating the same meal every single day. Sure, it might be tasty at first, but eventually it gets bland. This modern culture of self-help feeds into the idea that we should always be seeking answers. How to be happier, more successful, more confident, all while wanting everyone around us to validate those feelings. But at what point do we stop and ask ourselves, are we really growing? Or are we just getting our minds controlled by what we consume? I think sometimes this constant search for self-improvement can actually be self-destructive. Instead of trusting ourselves, we put our faith in someone else's solutions, and that takes away from the power of personal growth. Too many people are becoming reliant on these books, podcasts, or courses as if they are the only answer to our question. But the moment we start following someone else's blueprint, you lose your own way. Your life is your own. No one else can live it for you. So here's my takeaway. Self-help content isn't bad, but it's not the answer to everything. Sometimes the answers you're looking for are already inside you. Instead of constantly seeking out someone else's advice, take time to reflect on your own life, your experiences, and your values. Only then will you truly know what's best for you. You don't need a book or video to tell you how to grow. You've already got everything you need, your own unique life story. Until next time, my friend, stay feeling alive.